Alright, someone tell me, raising their hand, what an apology is. Ethan.
An apology is when if you like hurt someone or if you like hit them on accident, you say, I'm sorry.
Okay, so saying I'm what?
I am.
Sorry, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Ethan says saying I am sorry. Alex, say that please. Saying I'm sorry is an apology, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna read this book. Anybody ever read this book before?
No.
Or heard of it?
have.
You have, reckon?
Yes.
Yeah. So looking at the front of the book, what do you think it's gonna be about?
A little mouse.
A little mouse? The title of the book is called Willie's Purple Plastic Purse.
Yeah, she
And
does like
she's
ballet.
gonna have a
Okay, let's-
so
They had a teacher in it? Okay,
Yeah.
reckon, yeah, you're right. Donnie?
She's gonna go maybe like go to some places and stuff maybe
I have a
that
lot
decorate
of
her
Oh,
purse
let's
with.
talk.
Or they can decorate her purse with.
Okay, alright. Alright, so we're gonna read it real quick. We're gonna talk about what it means to apologize and the reasons why we might need to apologize, okay? Please sit still. Alex, sit up, please. Alright. So Willie's purple plastic purse is a little bit on the longer side, so pay attention, okay? Alright, it says, Willie loved school. You can see right there, it says, I love school. Jaden. She loved the pointy pencils, she loved the squeaky chalk, and she loved the way her boots went clickety clickety click down the long shiny hallways. Willie loved the privacy of her very own desk. She loved the fish sticks and chocolate milk every Friday in the lunchroom. And most of all, she loved her teacher, Mr. Singler.
See?
He's right with you, Brecken.
Just leave it, Mr. Haskins.
yeah.
Alex, please set up.
Why
Take
is
take
there
your
a
pocket.
tail
I
in
put
it?
Take
this.
your pocket. Oh, oh.
Why is there?
Alright, hold on. You ready? Mr. Singler was sharp as a tack. What's someone raise their hand and what they think that means? Sharp as a tack, Donnie?
Like, he looked nice all the time.
Yeah, he looked nice all the time.
And
He wore artistic shirts, he wore glasses on a chain around his neck, he wore a different colored tie for each day of the week. Wow, said Lily. That's just about all she could say was, wow. Instead of greeting students or good morning pupils, or Mr. Singler would wink and say, howdy, he thought the desks in rows were old-fashioned and boring. Do you rodents think we can handle a semicircle? And he always provided the most tasty snacks, things that were curly and crunchy and cheesy. I want to be a teacher when I grow up, said Lily. Me too, said our friends, Chester, Wilson, and Victor. All right. Providing snacks, that sounds like a pretty cool teacher, doesn't it?
Yeah.
and he's like fancy.
Mm-hmm.
You were
All right, at home, Lily pretended to be Mr. Singler. I'm a teacher, she said. She said to her baby brother, Julius, listen up. Lily even wanted her own set of deluxe picture encyclopedias. Anybody know what an encyclopedia is? No, we don't really use them anymore. It was before the internet, there was these books that had pictures in them, okay? And in there, they would kind of tell you definitions and what things was. You know how you can look stuff up on the internet? Have you ever heard of Wikipedia on the internet?
Yeah.
So Wikipedia is the internet version of what used to be in books. Yes.
Well, you choose when they
Hey, you said still. If not, I'm gonna put you in a different chair, okay?
Sure.
Alright. What's with Lily? Asked her mother. Hold on, put your hand down. I thought she wanted to be a surgeon, or an ambulance driver, or a diva, said her father. It must be because of her new teacher, Mr. Singler, said her mother. Wow, said her father. That was just about all he could say was, wow.
What?
Whenever the students had free time, they were permitted to go to the light bulb lamp in the back of the classroom. We had one of those, look. See that? I got one over there too. In the back of the classroom, they expressed their ideas creatively through drawings and writings. Lily went often. She had a lot of ideas, and she drew pictures of Mr. Singler. And she wrote stories about him too. During sharing time, Lily shared her creation to the entire class. Wow, said Mr. Zingler. That's about all he could say was, wow. All right. We see all of her pictures she drew. Said, big friendly Mr. Man, or Mr. Nice Man Teacher is what she drew down there. All right. Mr. Singler had bus duty. Lily stood in line, even though she didn't even ride the bus. Lily raised her hands more than anyone else in the class, even if she didn't know the answer. And she volunteered to stay after school to clap the erasers. I want to be a teacher when I grow up, said Lily. Excellent choice, Mr. Singler said. One Monday morning, Lily came to the school especially happy. She had gone shopping with her Grammy over the weekend. Anybody get to go shopping sprees with their grandparents?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they like to spoil us, don't they?
You know what I buy?
What's that? Oh my goodness, alright. Lily had a new pair of movie sunglasses, complete with glittery diamonds and a chain like Mr. Zingler. And three shiny quarters. And best of all, she had a brand new purple plastic purse that played a jaunty tune when it was open. Alright, so when she opened up her purse, music came out, okay? Hold on, guys, we're gonna take some questions in a minute. Everybody just put your hands down and listen. Alright, Lily wanted to show everyone. Not now, said Mr. Zingler. Listen to our story. Lily had a hard time listening. Lily really wanted to show everyone, Alex. Lily really wanted to show everyone. Not now, said Mr. Singler. Let's be more considerate of our classmates. Lily had a hard time being considerate. Lily really wanted everyone, wanted to show everyone. Not now, said Mr. Singler. Wait until recess for sharing time. But Lily could not wait. Is there something that your teachers asked you to wait or to do and you really just wanted to do something different? Yeah? Yes, Donnie. So we'll look for it, okay? Alright. Let's find out what happens, Alex. The glasses were so glittery, and the quarters were so shiny, and the purse played such a nice music. And not to mention how excellent it was for storing school supplies. Look, Lily whispered frantically, sorry. Look, everyone, look what I've got. Everyone looked, including Mr. Singler. He was not amused. What does it mean by he was not amused, Jaden? What do you think that means?
He wasn't surprised.
Huh? Wasn't surprised? Okay, what else do you think? Donnie?
He wasn't happy.
Was not happy. Why would he not be happy, Jaden? She jumped up and started letting all the music play and showing all the stuff. And what did he ask her to do? He asked her to what? Wait, right? Wait, and that he would let her share, but she needed to wait. Alright, let's see what happens. I'll just keep your things at my desk until the end of the day, said Mr. Singler. They'll be safe there. And then you can take them home. Lily's stomach lurched. She felt like crying. Her glasses were gone, her quarters were gone, her purple plastic purse was gone. Lily longed for her purse all morning. She was even too sad to eat the snack Mr. Singler served before recess. This afternoon, Lily went to the light bulb lamp. She was still very sad. She thought, and then she became angry. She thought some more, and then she became furious. She thought a bit longer, and then she drew a picture of Mr. Singler. Okay, remember we talked about before about anger, and anger being a little dot, and if we don't do things to calm ourselves down, how that little dot can get bigger and bigger and bigger and turn into a huge, big monster dot. Remember us talking about that?
Yeah.
Jay, you remember that?
Not really.
Maybe you wasn't here. Okay. Listen. So this is what happened. Listen, she didn't calm herself down. She thought about it, and she kept thinking about it. And thinking about, So then it says, finally, she got so mad, and then she drew a picture. Do you think it's gonna be a nice picture?
No.
No.
It's going to be a bad picture.
Let's look at her picture. It says, big, fat, mean Mr. Singler. Thank you.
A paper.
We'll figure out where that goes. Big, fat, mean Mr. Singler teacher. It says, wanted by the FBI for theft. P.S. I do not want to be a teacher when I grow up. Right before the last bell rang, Lily sneaked the drawing into Mr. Singler's book bag. Uh-oh. When all the students were buttoning and zipped and snapped and tied and ready to go home, Mr. Singler strolled over to Lily and gave her a purple plastic purse. It's a beautiful purse, Mr. Singler said. Your quarters are nice and jiggly. And those glasses are absolutely fabulous. You may bring them back to school as long as you don't disrupt the rest of the class. I do not want to be a teacher when I grow up, Lily said, as she marched out of the classroom. Is that a very good behavior and attitude to have?
No.
No.
It's no.
Horrible behavior.
So she's mad because he took it away, but whose fault is it that it got taken away? Ethan's.
Her fault.
Her fault, yeah. Because she didn't follow the
And-
rules and procedures, right, Jaden?
And
Tell me that, please. Okay. So here we go, let's see what happens. On her way home, Lily opened her purse, her glasses and quarters were inside, and so was a note from Mr. Singler that said, today was a difficult day. Tomorrow will be better. There was also a small bag of tasty snacks at the bottom of the purse. Lily's stomach lurched. She felt like crying. She felt simply awful. Lily ran all the way home and told her mom and father everything. Alex, why do you think she would want to cry there? Hold on, Alex.
she was sad
Mhm.
because she hates her teacher.
She was sad. Okay, do you think she was sad because now she was felt guilty?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jay, what does it mean to feel guilty? Hold on. I'll get it. What does it mean to feel guilty?
I don't know.
Anybody else?
Me.
Alright, hold on 1 second.
Oh.
It's time to stop.
Thank you.
Yeah, it Who are you talking
Sorry,
to?
guys. Okay. Donnie, can you tell me what it means to feel guilty?
Like, jealous kind of, but not.
Well, what do you think?
It means you feel bad.
Feel bad, yeah. Feel upset. You're sorry for what you did. You wish that wouldn't happen. You're feeling bad for your actions, okay? So the actions you did, you wish you wouldn't have done them anymore, okay? Alright. So let's see what happens when she got home. It says she went home and told her mom and dad. What do you think is going to happen, Jaden?
She's gonna get in trouble.
Think so? So let's see. Instead of watching her favorite cartoons, Lily decided to sit in the uncooperative chair. You think that means like a timeout chair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like in the.
So down here it says, I'll stay here a million years for Mr. Singler. So she's feeling really guilty, isn't she? Why does everything always happen to me? 1051, 1052. So she's counting. She's in timeout. Okay, she's trying to figure out how long she's got to be there. All right. This is the letter that she wrote to Mr. Singler. The night Lily drew a new picture for Mr. Singler and wrote a story about him too. So let's read the story. It says Lily was really, really sorry, so everyone forgave her. Even her parents, even her stinky baby brother, even her exceptionally incredible teacher. And then the sun shined its smiling face down on everyone and everything, even the bugs and the worms. Ugh.
Oh, one.
So here's what her new picture was. It says, listen up, I forgive everyone. And it shows Mr. Singler, and it's a lot more of a nice picture, isn't it? All right,
I can't really see it. Okay.
so it says,
I didn't like it.
we're almost done. Lily's mother wrote a note, and Lily's father baked some tasty snacks for Lily to take to school the next day. I think Mr. Singler would understand, said Lily's mother. I know he will, said Lily's father. The next morning, Lily got to school early. These are for you, Lily said to Mr. Zingler, because I'm really sorry. Mr. Zingler read the story, he looked at the picture, and he sampled the snacks, and he read the note. Wow, said Mr. Zingler, that's just about all I can say was, wow. What could you think we should do with this? Asked Mr. Zingler. We could just throw it away, asked Lily. Excellent idea, Mr. Zingler. During sharing time, Lily demonstrated the many uses of her unique quality of her purple plastic purse, her shiny quarters, and her glittering movie star sunglasses. So see, when you follow the rules, she still got to do what she wanted, right? But she followed the rules and she waited and listened to the teacher, right, Alex? Right? Okay. Alright, last page. Then she did a little performance using them as props. It's called interpretive dance, said Lily. Mr. Zingler joined in. Wow, said the entire class. That was just about all they could say. Wow. Throughout the rest of the day, Lily's purse and quarters and sunglasses were tucked safely inside her desk. She peeked at them every once in a while, but did not disturb a soul. Right before the last bell rang, Mr. Zingler served Lily's snacks to everyone. What do you want to be when you grow up? Asked Mr. Zingler. A teacher, everyone responded. Lily's response was the loudest. Excellent choice, said Mr. Zingler. And then it says, as the pupils filled out their classroom, Lily had her purple plastic purse close to her heart. Mr. Zingler was right. It had been a better day. Lily ran and skipped and hopped and flew away from home. She was so happy. She really did want to be a teacher when she grew up. That is, when she didn't want to be a dancer, a surgeon, an ambulance driver, Alex, a diva, or a pilot, or a hairdresser, or a scuba diver.
Or police officer.
All right, what do you think? Did you like it?
Yes.
All right. So we talked about Lily and why she had to apologize, right? Please put your hand down. Hold on 1 second.
You mean the other Willie?
So Lily apologized because of something she did bad, right?
You
Yes.
mean the other Willie?
Right?
I wanna go water.
Can you please wait just a second? So we're going to go over here. We're going to do two activities really quick because I know we're running out of time. So we're going to do 2 activities really quick, okay? And in these activities, we are going to partner up and we're going to do some acting out some scenarios that I'm going to give you, okay? So if everybody will stand up,
I choose you, Donnie.
everyone stand up.
No, I choose Donnie.
Okay, Donnie, go find you a seat at the red table, please. Oh, I said Donnie. Alex, go find you a seat at the red table. Griffin, go find you a seat at the red table. Jaden, go find you a seat at the red table, please.
Thank you. Thanks for finding it.
Alright,
Right? Trouble.
I know. Alright, I'm gonna move this over just a little bit. Alright, alright, Mr. Hess wrote 3 things up here on the board for you. Everybody pay attention to me. Alex, correct?
I am sorry for.
So this is gonna be our 3 steps to an apology. An apology should have 3 different parts to it, okay? We should say what we're sorry for, okay? I am sorry for whatever for example, Lily was sorry for what? She was sorry for being mean and disrespectful to her teacher, right? And not following the rules and directions of what he had to say, right? It says this was, hey Brecken, please have a seat. Please sit down.
What was it? What was it?
This was wrong because, why was it wrong? Jaden, why was it wrong for what she did?
Because he's still gonna give it back. He never seen me.
Mm-hmm.
She screamed at him and drew a big fat picture.
Threw a fit, right? And she, but what was wrong with, what did she do that was wrong? She didn't listen, did she?
No.
Okay, what else did she do? Like you said, she went over and she drew a picture and wasn't very nice, right?
Out and screamed and played that musical term that doesn't.
She didn't follow what he asked. He just asked her to wait a minute, right? He didn't say she couldn't do it. He just said, just wait a minute, Alex. Please keep your hands still. Alex.
I'm so excited.
Alright, last one. We're gonna ask him, after we tell him what we're sorry for, we're gonna tell him what we did wrong. We're gonna ask him to what? To forgive us. What does it mean to forgive you? Ethan.
It means like if you done something and they like and you didn't mean to do it, you want them to forgive you for doing that.
Mean it's all okay now, right? Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. Here we go. Guys, I don't need your help, it's fine. Thank you. Alright. Alright, we're going, Alex go first. Alex, stand up.
And me.
And Alex, choose your partner. Donnie, stand beside him. Alright. Alex, you're gonna be, listen, stay right there. 1 second, please. I got it. Okay. Have a seat. Alright, so here's how it's gonna work. You're gonna play somebody, you're gonna pretend that you borrowed a marker from her. Okay? Hold on. He borrowed a marker, you borrowed a marker from her, and then you lost it. Okay? Here's the scenario. Alright, come tell her that you lost her marker. Please sit down.
I lost my marker.
Alright, so what are you gonna say to her?
I am sorry.
You're sorry. Yeah, what are you sorry for?
Stole your marker.
For losing, alright? You didn't steal it, you just lost it. You borrowed
I'm sorry I lost your marker.
it. Okay. So she already forgave you. You didn't even have to say that, right? Brecken, please sit down. Look at me. I've already asked you a couple times. Look at me. Please.
Okay.
I need you to listen to what I'm saying. Thank you. Okay, let's try someone else. Have a seat. Jaden. All right. Pick somebody, Jaden.
Ethan.
All right, Ethan. Come on up.
This is gonna be me and you.
All right, I'm gonna help with this one too, okay?
Okay.
So this one is, the teacher asks somebody an answer on the math test, or on the math question in class, and I'm gonna call on Ethan, okay? Please listen, guys, we're gonna watch our friends. They was quiet when you was up there. I'm gonna ask Ethan, and he's gonna get the answer wrong. Jaden, you're gonna laugh at him. You're gonna be you're gonna be kinda mean to him. You're gonna laugh when he gets the wrong answer, okay? All right. Ethan, can you tell me what the answer to 1 + 1 is?
1,000.
1,000.
You're so stupid.
Oh. All right.
I
So,
won't do that.
okay. All right. Good job. Now listen. Now that's what happened. Now, Jaden, if that would have happened really in my class, what would I have done? You would have got in trouble. Hold on, listen. You would have got in trouble. And then, do you think you would have felt bad for doing that to your friend? Okay. So now we're going to practice afterwards. I know you wouldn't have done that. Hold on. If you will sit there, if you're not going to listen, then no. Okay. Look at me. Jaden, I want you to now practice using our 3 steps, how you would tell him you're sorry.
I am so sorry for calling you so stupid.
Okay? Hold on a minute, Ethan. What's the second part?
That
This was wrong.
wrong
Because? Why is that wrong?
you weren't really paying attention.
So, let's help Jaden out for a minute. So, he's sorry because he called him a name and made fun of him. Why is that wrong, Donnie?
Because he got said the wrong answer.
Yeah, so we don't want to make fun of our friends. Ethan said the wrong answer, but we want to be nice to our friends. We don't call people bad names. Boys, please stand still. We don't call them bad names. We do not call them stupid. We do not laugh when they mess up. What are we supposed to do?
We are supposed to say sorry.
We're supposed to just be good friends, right? We're supposed to be supportive, and we're supposed to be able to be friends.
After this
And we're
one, can I
supposed to
play
say,
And then what else are you supposed to say to him at the very end? You told him that you're sorry. You told him what was wrong. What are you going to ask him?
Will you forgive me? Yes.
All right. All right, sit down, boys. Good job. All right. We're going to move on. Well, I'm going to need you to sit still. All right. So, last thing, real quick. It's almost time to go home. Can you believe it? Almost.
Oh, I wanted to do it.
Well, Brecken, I'm sorry, but you're not following the rules.
I'm following the rules.
All right. Here we go. All right. Let me give you a pencil.
Yes, sir. Yes. Matt, I bet Jacob would call you yes, ma'am. Jacob is saying
I miss
Please,
Jacob.
please stop.
I'm first things B.
It's not Mr. B.
Hold on 1 second, Alex. We're almost done, and I'm gonna get you all some water if you can just give me 1 second. I need everybody to focus right here on Mr. Hess, okay?
Yes, sir.
I know the camera's on, and I know we had a conversation, and I know my professor's gonna see this, but I really need you all to pay attention, regardless if the camera's on or not. Mr. Hess has asked you and give you directions, and I know we're running out of time, so I need you to focus, and I need you to listen to what I have to say. You hear what I'm saying, Alex? Okay? Donnie, please put your hand down. This is not time for questions. So what I need you to do is write your name, Alex. I need you to write your name on top. Yeah, on top of the paper.
My handwriting.
I have 4 names.
Your handwriting looks off.
A.
Okay, listen to me. So in the first box, let me pull out my paper so I can read off to you. We probably should have pulled these out earlier. All right. It says, what are the 3 parts of an apology? What are the 3 parts of apology? All right, give me the first one that we're going to write in this first box up here. What is the first part of the apology? Ethan, what do we say?
I'm sorry.
I am sorry. And then we're going to tell them what we're sorry for, right?
Can I just write a B?
1 second, please. So I erased that back because I didn't want you all to look at it. I wanted you to see what you all know. So,
Donnie.
Alex Jenkins, please.
So sorry.
This is what I want you to write in that first bubble. You ever say it? I'm sorry. Come over to the side. Yes, Donnie.
Can I write I am so sorry?
You can write that if you want. Just
How do you write
you already did it. You're good.
something?
You're. I am sorry for.
Hitting you.
You can put. Yeah, you can get an example if you want. So. I am sorry for hitting. I am sorry for laughing at you. You can put whatever you want to in the blank. It don't matter.
I'm sorry for calling you stupid. Or
Okay. Yes, Donnie.
Can you please write some, because I don't know how to write.
What do you
I'm
need?
sorry for.
Oh, you need me to write something in the box?
Yeah, because I'm not.
Um,
not how to spell it.
Sure. I'll give you an example. Sorry
Spell
for.
name. How do you
Hold on.
spell name?
That's right. I'm sorry. So I am so sorry for calling you a name is a good example. If you don't already have one,
Or maybe I'm sorry for losing your
you can make it.
dog.
Yeah, you can make it whatever you want to make it.
How do you spell toy dog?
How do you
Well,
spell name?
Or
Where's
maybe
name? N-A-M-E. Hands.
How do you spell name?
Guys, we really have to move on, okay?
I spell bad.
Do I have to?
All right, number 2.
do I have
Wait.
to write what you
I already
wrote?
did number 2.
No, you can put your own example in there, it's fine.
I did number 2.
Alright, number 2. What's the second part of the apology?
How do you spell toy? Is it T?
How do you spell name? Where's name? Name.
Okay, right here's name, Alex, the last word, that's name. N-A-M-E, right there, that's how you spell name. Alright, we need to move on. Number 2, we'll go back over it if we need to. Number 2, Jay, what was the second part of the apology, do you remember? I am sorry for, and then what else did we say to him?
Being bad?
No. Not this part. I am sorry for calling you a name. What do? We realize what we did wrong, so we say what?
Sorry for losing your pencil.
Listen, I am sorry for calling you a name. Then we say, we do a statement. It was what?
A accident.
No, it was.
Did we write the same thing that you're writing?
Yes.
I don't want to write the same name.
It was wrong because. Alex, please write.
I already did right.
Okay, let me see it. Okay, you just write it all in the box, so I need to write the second one too.
Can I go in back?
Okay, we don't have to give an example on that because it's past time for me to send you back, okay? So, but I'll go ahead and I'll say one. So if we're using this as an example while you're writing, listen to me, okay? I am sorry for calling you a name. It was wrong because, what would be the reason what makes it wrong to call someone a name?
So it's a very bad thing to do that? Or
Yeah,
Because if you go to the principal's office, you already know you're on bad,
Exactly
bad,
right.
bad.
so, Alex, so is it wrong to call our friends names?
Yes,
Is it against the rules at school to call our friends and classmates names?
yes.
Yes? Okay. So we would need to, so a couple of reasons. It was wrong because we're friends, and friends don't do that, right, Alex?
Yes.
And it's also wrong because we broke school rules, right?
Yes.
Alright, Bracken, can you remember the last thing that we need to ask them after we tell them we're sorry? It was wrong because of a reason, and then what we're gonna ask them?
That I'm sorry for losing your pencil.
No.
That's just another example.
Say,
Someone help, or Donnie help him out.
will you forgive me?
Will you forgive me? Is when we're at in the last box.
It looks easy, right?
That's the last one.
I already did that.
Alright, so while you're writing this, I'm gonna just to do another little last bit, okay? Listen. So, in our story, Lily was sorry for something. What was she sorry for, Alex? Do you remember? What was Lily sorry for? What did she do wrong?
To the teacher.
Okay, so she disrespected the teacher.
And you mean the other Lily because there's a Lily on all
We're talking
class.
about in our story, I reckon. Alright, so she was disrespecting the teacher. Did she follow the rules that the teacher said?
No.
Did she disrupt the class?
Yes.
What else did she do wrong, Jaden?
She showed up.
Okay. She,
Oh, no.
what else did she do?
She took the big fat not life letter.
Yeah, she drew it and called her teacher fat and mean and put his letter in his bag, right? That's really wrong, right? That's really something to be sorry for. Alright, so we know those was wrong because we're supposed to follow rules. She called her teacher a name on her drawing. Everybody listen. She broke the rules by not following directions of when she was allowed to show and share her items, and she disrupted the class. And then at the end, did she ask her teacher to forgive her?
Yes.
Yeah, she wrote him a letter, she talked to him, she baked him snacks, she did all kinds of stuff, right?
Her dad baked.
Yeah, her dad baked them for her, that's true. Okay. Any questions? What?
That you're the best.
Huh?
You're the best.
That's not a question, it's a statement. I appreciate it. Sit down, sit down.
Mr. Cass.
Okay. Alright. That's it. You're all good.
Can we play?
Yes, sir.
No, we can't play.
Hi, Mr. Cass.